Hello and welcome to Let's Face It with Joy, where we discuss controversial issues. Today we are going to be discussing age gap in marriage. Note, I said marriage and not relationships. But before we start, let's look at the current ratios. Today, there are a high 6.3% of marriages where the wife is older than the husband by 2 to 3 years, compared to the remarkable 20.6% when the man is 2 to 3 years older than his wife. That percentage decreases to 0.3% in the cases where the woman is 14 to 19 years older, compared to 1.6% in the older man married to a woman almost 20 years his junior. Statistics show that a marriage between a 20-year-old girl married to a 40-year-old man has less success rate than one between a 50-year-old woman married to a 70-year-old man due to maturity and life's experiences. The acceptance of that age may depend on the geographical locations and sociocultural norms of the couple concerned, same as any other diversity, such as same-sex marriages, mixed race, or intercultural marriages. Every relationship has its strengths and apprehensions. However, couples in an age gap marriage must wrestle with some unique sets of challenges that couples in smaller windows of age may probably never have to face as intensely. Some of these challenges include disapproval from family members. Though the couple may be madly in love with each other, it is possible one or both of their families may not be accepting of the marriage. Friends who disapprove of the marriage may wish to draw the spouse out of the marriage by introducing the opposite sex of a more acceptable age group to them discreetly. And if that fails, they tend to distance themselves gradually over time. Since most people believe some age brackets marry purely for money, family and friends tend to usually kick the sand, believing inheritance from one spouse is the only reason for the marriage and nothing else. Financial concerns or responsibilities can also arise when a spouse is struggling to manage the love of children from a former marriage. And of course, the responsibility of having to pay double school fees and household upkeep. This, with combined personal and family relationship struggles, add to the load on the marriage. A couple must be on the same page regarding children, boundaries, and rules. These areas are not impossible to manage, but do require some extra work and understanding from both husband and wife. Now, the couple agreeing not to have any more children may be an easy decision in developed countries, but in the African continent, this may be a bit of a challenge since it's believed that children coagulate a marriage to stability. But that's not the only barrier. Age gap couples fall apart due to failing health, particularly when one spouse is at a more mature age range than the other, say 60 years and above. Sex disparity and intimacy is a major area of concern for the age gap couples. Older men also complain of insufficient sex with their young wife, whilst the reverse, the young wife had moaned that sex was not erotic enough. We also see disparity in the social life variances as well, which may become harrowing for the couple. In many couples with a greater age difference, the younger woman acts like a youth fountain for her husband, trusting and respecting his leadership decisions as a father figure. Her carefree nature and zest for life is contagious, and the man experiences a kind of impulsiveness that makes him fulfilled. In addition, he has a beautiful trophy lover at his side and sex that has the wow factor to it. Where she is much older than her husband, this may be advantageous too. The young woman usually make their happiness dependent on their partner in the relationship. This can be crushing for a man and needlessly burden a relationship. Older women, however, know exactly what they want, and this includes sexually too. They unfold independently, and this serenity has a positive effect on the young husband. And where the older wife is fit and attractive for her age, that's a great bonus for him. Look at the French President Emmanuel Macron, 42, and his beautiful wife Brigitte, 66 years, happily married with 24 years age gap. Wow. Whilst Ned Nwoko, 61, married to Regina Daniels, 19, has a 42-year age gap. The young wife loves established father figure type husband they can call baby and easily manipulate into getting their own way. In both circumstances, wealth and physical attraction are often relevant. Overall, despite much social disapproval, if the couple are willing to put in the work together, they can make the relationship survive even better than any other closer age range couple. So if you're one of those couples, stick together and keep it going. And remember, don't hide it. Let's face it together with Joe. See you again soon. What's nice about being married to a man that's considerably older than you?
Well, for me, right from my childhood days, I've actually been of the opinion that because of my strong personality, I would rather, be married to a more mature man who would be able to curtail my excesses and who would be like a father figure for me.